we cannot sit here and then, my point I was making was for us to institute measures to ensure that we minimize these things that we would not be buying conscience.
Fair point.
So it is unfair for you to say that somebody did it, and so we also want to do it. I mean, how do we develop as a society?
We have to put everything in perspective. Basically, that's what. So I think we are all on the same page. But then I come back to the main points about, the chances of the various parties. Of course, since even before we won power in 2016, I've always been a Bawumia person. And in June 2018, I'd already declared for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as the logical person to lead after the expiration of the tenure of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The point is, the polls that we are talking about, I'm sure that if we had pollsters in 98, they probably would have pulled Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo as a front runner at the time, and they would have said that he would have won and so on and so forth. Polls don't
because of the noise the students were making.
You understand? So polls don't necessarily determine election results. If
so we should disregard the polls that put your candidate ahead.
I mean, the polls that we did, in fact, there is a parliamentary election that we did in the 2024 election. We had a meeting of parliamentary candidates, and the posters were giving us the numbers. There's one particular person who was polling about 91%. 91% of the total votes in his constituency. He lost the elections. He lost the elections.
But was he?
You understand? He got about 40%.
He may not.
You understand? So, in fact,
who was conducting the polls you are talking about?
It's a very credible agency.
Because ahead of the elections,
so maybe
ahead of the elections, there were all these charlatans.
I'm telling you, look, these are posters who have been doing polls for the party.
Who polled the leading victory? And it turned out to be
I'm not talking about stomach direction polls.
Okay.
These are polls that we have relied on. Scientific polls. I'm telling you for a fact. Take it from me. With all the integrity available to me, I'm telling you this for a fact. Look, these posters come in, and sometimes it's completely topsy-turvy. You don't even understand.
So what's your point? What's your point?
So the point I'm making is that, look, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is winning on Saturday by the special grace of God. And it is not just about who is shouting loudest or who is insulting more vociferously. All right? It's about who the delegates see as the person who can deliver, who is a more marketable candidate, who has the temperament to lead and to absorb pressure, and who has a very active vision to spare the party and the country and to deal with challenges that we have had as a country. When you go to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign in Jomoro, and then you happen to join his campaign in Pagachiana, the message is consistent. You understand? So he's gone through this campaign with a consistent message across the country about his vision, where we are coming from, what he has done for the party, his sacrifices, and he acknowledged the sacrifice of everybody. Look, and in fact, the kind of attack that he has come under is also a test of his character as a leader. I mean, sometimes you find that one or two people would have been attacked in the course of the campaign by people that I may call, for the lack of a better word, subterraneans, not high-level personalities within the party. When they attack them, you get their reaction. Now see, even when his colleague aspirants attack him, the full glare of the public, sometimes malicious lies. Look at his body language, look at his reaction. So all of these things, so sometimes when they put him under such a